Alright, we're gonna do a little editing video today. Some drone photos from Stone Pine Estate. I've already been working on these photos quite a bit, but I'm taking them into Photoshop and do a little bit of retouching and just trying to make them as perfect as possible. So I have these 15 photos and let's get into it. Alright. Alright, first one here. I'm going to copy the image, copy the layer. We are going to remove all this. Remove all these lines. Okay. I want to master this. I already really like this. Like I said, I put these and I've spent a lot of time on these in Lightroom. So I'm just, again, putting on the final touches. I think we're going to remove this house. I'm going to use the stamp tool. Just kind of fill in this space. I'm going to combine these layers. Command E is the shortcut. I'm going to Command J to copy layer again. I'm going to pull up Camera Raw. And I'm going to adjust some of these colors here. A lot of people forget that there's a lot of magenta in photos. Everyone's always adjusting the temperature, but the tint is just as important. Like that. All right, so let's just do a quick before and after and see how much we've done so far. Okay. I feel like I don't like these greens, so we're gonna Command J again, new layer. I'm going to take it and adjust these greens. Maybe it's the luminance. Kind of is the luminance. All right, I'm gonna pop up my greens on the luminance. There we go. Yeah, I feel like my greens and my yellows don't have enough like contrast. So I'm going to bring up my yellows in the luminance. I'm going to adjust the hue of my greens just so ever so slightly. I think that's actually where the problem is. I think it's in my yellows. I'm going to drop my yellows just a tad. Okay, we're going to go here. Let's do another before and after while my computer thinks. Yeah, again, these were taken at Stone Pine Estate in Carmel Valley. Okay, so combine layers, before and after again. I really like that. I really like that. Okay, so we're just gonna export this. Export. 2026 photos. Jessica and Rob. Final. Then I'll export it there. Okay, so we're going to go into our next photo. Again, this is supposed to just kind of show like my overall workflow. Within Photoshop, but also just like editing, organizing files, all of that. I think that's just, you know, a huge part of being a wedding photographer is just organization, because you're dealing with so many photos. So another beautiful photo. We're going to Command J, create some new layers, not trying to be destructive. Take the clone stamp tool S. I'm gonna remove all this. Command J again. I'm gonna take the lasso tool. I'm going to remove. Beautiful. Combine. Clone stamp tool again. I'm going to clean up this. I'm going to zoom in and make this a little better. Take this. Perfect. That is good enough for me. So these photos were actually taken by my second. I'm going to Command J, and then again, going into Camera Raw. The shortcut for Camera Raw is Command A. I'm going to drop my exposure. I think it's a little bit hot on the house here, or the chateau. So I do that. All right, so now we have this. It does look slightly underexposed. So now I'm going to take this file, mask it, invert it, press B for the brush, and I'm going to kind of just brush back in that exposure here a little bit. Nice. Looks much better. Okay, so now Command All. All right, we'll do a quick before and after again. I like to do this a couple times before, and then that looks much better. Okay, next things we're gonna do, we're gonna remove some of these distractions. Just something that I do. So we're gonna zoom in. This, again, these were taken Mavic 4 Pro, so I'm pretty sure like the raw files on these is like, I think 100 megapixels. A little tip for generative fill is you can type anything in. So I do remove object, match, lighting, and texture. And we'll see what happens. Pretty good. I'll take that. I'm gonna make it more perfect. Just clone stamp tool. Take this. Like this. Boom. I don't know what this line is. And then obviously you can see some of these, I don't know, mismatched texture. So I'm gonna go J. I'm gonna take my healing brush tool. I'm just gonna blend in these textures a little bit here. Again, on like an iPhone or something, which is the majority of the time when people look at these photos, you're not gonna be able to tell. But when you print it, you will definitely be able to tell. So again, all right, next thing we're gonna do, let's go right about here. This is actually me and my second right here. I'm going to remove this, 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 this. Okay. Remove and match texture and lighting. Just like that. Okay. There you go. Going to fix some of this. Boom. This is clone stamp. Shortcut is Command S. Okay. Boom. Now let's do another before and after. Amazing. So much better. Again, something similar to my last image. I'm not a really big fan of this. So we're gonna fix this. Command J, Command Shift A for camera raw. We're gonna take, and we are going to just, right there, just our hue. Perfect. Command J, here, invert. Here, take the brush tool, and just paint that in. Get my hue right. So let's before and after. Love that. Okay. As a whole, we're getting much closer. I really don't like just random shapes. So just zooming in here, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this. Actually, that looks terrible. Actually, we're gonna leave that. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna Command J again. I did a lot of work in Lightroom to try to get this area to be less blue. So I'm gonna take my temperature. I'm gonna rate. Ooh, see, that's what we needed. Might even put my whites. Ooh, there we go. Okay, this is gonna make a huge difference. Photo, invert, mask. Now watch this. Now, quick before and after. That looks much better. I'm happy with this. Okay. Export again. I don't know why this is taking so long. Okay, boom, done. We're gonna do something a little bit different here. Okay, that's this one, last one. Command J. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna move this. Okay, so then the eye can just see things that are not normal, and something about this I'm not liking. It's a good starting point, but something about these colors doesn't feel natural to me. So we are going to take this into Camera Raw. I think it's the same problem that I had last time. I think my luminance on my gradients, yeah, need more contrast. I'm gonna desaturate here. There we go, much better. Let's just see how much of a difference it just made. Yeah. Wow. Crazy, like a lot of people ignore the luminance slider. Really important quality. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work, but you know, just find out. We're going to Command A. We're gonna drop our exposure just ever so slightly. Invert it. And we're gonna try to pull in Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let's export that. And that is just a quick video on my workflow in Photoshop. These photos were edited using True Tone Profile 2. They're in my bio if you're interested. Thank you so much for the support. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you so much. It's amazing.